Good morning, Rob Parker from Peach Software. Today I want to go through some details about the bulk change screen and how that also works from the product browse. We'll go into that just so that you know bulk change lets you change a lot of information in your system very quickly according to some filters that you set. So it can be used for tidying up your database in regard to customers, products or suppliers. And in regard to products, it's so important because you can fine-tune your group codes, your subgroups, your preferred suppliers, your categories. You can get all that working so nicely in such a short period of time so that things like pricing and reordering work so much better. As you know, the system only works as well as the data that you've got in it. So let's have a look at that. So you're probably already familiar with the bulk change screen, but let's have a quick look at it. So you can go on any of these grey headings here, which will bring up the task menu for you, and then you go to the admin and then into bulk change. So as you know, you pick what table, what data you want to change, so you can change information in your product, your customer, supplier or Pitch Online users file. I'll go to the product file, and then you can set your conditions. So you can say where the preferred supplier, for example, there we go, there's a preferred supplier, and you can set, let's say, number 5, and you can say where, let's say, the active is ticked. You can ask, you can say where the group code is, let's say, suspension, and you can pick subgroup, and you can just keep going on and picking the filters to trim down the information that you're going to change. And then of course you can set your actions. So I can say, right, I'm going to change my preferred supplier to number 9. So it's a real easy way of changing a lot of information on your product file. The shortcoming of this, there's a couple of shortcomings I see, and that is that you don't really know what you're changing. You could be changing more data than you're expecting. You can't see the data that you filtered on. And also you can't do a keyword search in bulk change. Now I find these shortcomings, so what we've done is we've put the bulk change in the product browse screen where you can actually set up your filters, you can see what you're changing, and then you can do your change. And it also includes the keyword search. So let's have a look at that. So now that we've had a look at our bulk change screen, let's have a look at doing a bulk change from the browse screen. So from here you go back to the control area and into product browse. Once you've got the product browse screen up, it'll show you which columns you're going to be viewing in the browse screen. I'll just click OK to that, and there you have it. So as you highlight different lines here, you'll see the sales statistics. You can choose to add or delete some of the columns in the view by going back to columns. You can move products from here to a parts list. If you wanted to, let's say, set up a supplier order perhaps, we'll just close that. Or you can export what's in the screen to an Excel spreadsheet, which is really handy as well. Okay, so let's talk about bulk change. What we can do here is we can filter the screen. So this is great. We'll just go here and we'll just type in, let's say, go to AH, and we put a keyword. Now this is where I see one of the major advantages. If we get a keyword, let's say alternator. So now that's come up with all the products with alternators. And we might want to put all those products into a subgroup. You can see down here that it's page 1 of 1, and it's a total of 24 items. So you can actually see exactly what you're going to change, which I find a big bonus. So what we'll do is we'll put them into a location. So from here we can just go straight to bulk change, and it'll use what's in the screen here, the filter that you've already applied, so that you don't have to put in further filters, it's just what you're going to change. So we'll just go down here and we'll change location, and we're going to move them into another shelf. So we'll change them to AAA 345, enter, and then we just go update. It's going to update 24 items, which is according to what's in your browse screen. Update. and there you have it. So it's completed. So now all those are in a certain location. So there you are. There's a nice easy way to try and tidy up your data. The bulk change from the browse screen is only available for products, but of course you can use your normal bulk change for customers and suppliers. So good way to tidy up your data, as I said. The system's only as good as the accuracy of the data in it, and sometimes these things take a lot of change, take a lot of time, but using the product browse, the bulk change, it really does speed things up and helps you get that data tidy. So hope that's helpful for you, and you probably come up with a few ideas yourself about what you're going to use it for. If you have questions, don't hesitate to call support, because we'd rather you call us before you make a major change than afterwards and ask us to tidy it up. But on that note, probably a good idea, make sure you do your backup before you do any changes like this, because you can actually be changing quite a lot of data, and you may make a simple mistake which you can just simply undo if you've done a backup. So hope that helps, and call Peach Support, as I say, if you have any questions. Thanks for watching.